channel powered by Patreon and YouTube memberships. Pledge or join today if you want to keep it strong. And shoutouts to those who already have. And the good Lord said, "Let there be woohoo!" You wager I need to reassess my faith? Nah, big man on cloud, small guy on ground, all's the same when love's their game. And the minds behind the biggest small guy on ground ever ain't gonna find someone who loves their games more than me. Mario, as any paragon of passion, has its definitive singularity, where quality gets so high, any chance to even think about it just makes you explode. The genre literally named after a bazooka will do that to you. Fun enough when any random Joe Schmo points an RPG at you, but Mr. Cartoon King of Italy taking aim? I'm launching at him! Prime era Bethesda, oddmies of ancient anime excellence, Ye Doorman of Baldur, even Pokemon's greatest triumphs, all bow to the fungus feasting phenom. You're never gonna change my mind on that. But thankfully, I predict that most watching don't even want to. And yes, there are more than enough Mario RPGs to fill a top 10. The 6 Paper Marios, the 6 Mario & Luigis, the 2 Mario plus Rabbids, and the OG 7 stars. No Wikipedia, that's tennis! Read yourself about dementia, will ya? And no, I'm not doing a top 15 just because there are 15 total to choose from. You gotta be choosy when bloodletting your soul, else you drain all of it and wake up in the J-Station arena of YouTuber hell. No thanks. Let's go! One turn at a time.
Oh, and the paper jams. That's fucking bullshit!
The only thing separating history books from joke books is a reader too stupid to frown. The kind of stupid that rhymes with happy. Sorry, not sorry, but neither jokesters nor historians are ever gonna get me to fess that Paper Jam was ever a bad game. A biblically accurate collision of the Paper Mario and Mario & Luigi worlds was a phenomena prophesized to upheave all RPGdom. Peanut butter and jelly, bacon and eggs, JoJo and stupid sounds, all second, third, and fourth banana to this godly pair. So godly, mortals couldn't even make it. Alpha Dream locked eyes with the Cthulhu of all crossovers. It was either nail their feet to the ground or connect to Satan's shitty Wi-Fi hotspot. I kinda understand why this game fearfully face-planted down to Earth. So, with ambitions bottlenecked by the horrors of choice paralysis, surely this was doomed as the worst of all evergreen Mario RPGs, right? Yeah, but in the same way that Mikey's the worst Ninja Turtle. Like, come on! Learn what bad means, guys! Paper Jam wields the sharp, delightful by design strand of the Super Mario genome as a chisel to sculpt a heroic bust in its honor. But instead of pining upon its beauty, or putting it through further artistic challenges like the others, the price is wrong, bitch! Oh, you stupid, stupid game. Do the monkey with me! Luigi unwittingly unleashing Paper Mario as told by Sticker Star upon a by-the-numbers Mushroom Kingdom harkens back to the treadmill storytelling of the OG platformer quadrilogy, where gameplay carries all. Well, that boring story got a freeze in spice, cause holy shit, Paper Jam's gameplay carries so high. Alpha Dream's legendary take on Italian martial arts gets supercharged by the same artsy-fartsy art that gave Sticker Star Scorecard its one and only decimal point. Paper Mario and his effectively alien abilities birth amazing trio dynamics in and out of battle, juggling his uniquely overpowered defense defensive actions, and almost firearm-like HP and attack priming. No shit, you basically reload him like a gun, with the OG bros doing their usual crazy crap. My god, is combat engaging. Leave it to Staples' back-to-school aisle to bankroll all your power trip anime needs. And no kidding, Flatboy in the addition of dashing makes Paper Jam's overworld traversal the absolute best of any Mario RPG. Phenomenal music, same great comedic dialogue. So why the fuck does this got sticker star ratings? Look, I understand why the wasted potential tax is so steep, but we can't just pretend it's always fair. While it is indeed oddly unique for a Mario & Luigi game to turn its brain off and just have nothing but fun, that isn't what audiences, and normally myself, cherish about Mario RPGs. It's the Mario brand's chance to be brave, lead new legacies, honest to God, innovate what's already gaming's most moving. But good work is good work. Everyone else in the family succeeded in something ambitious and risky and turned out loved for it. For the fifth and once final pillar of the bloodline, forced to give up their dreams, to still finish as such raw, electric action RPG insanity. Tell me that ain't good enough, and I'll tell the coroner what you used to look like. Every route anchoring each Arcadian kingdom of gamedom, all blasted from the same species of seed. I'm bordened, need fun now. But it's how one waters that seed, which makes it special. Conveniently amnesiac donor blood, the last drop of God's apple snapple. You know, what all the cool seeds are drinking. But only one could feed theirs the mana-rich sweat of Sakaguchi-san's brow, and it actually be Gucci. I'll keep this shade brief, but the words Final Fantasy cast a sleeping spell on me. But I can and will still thank it, cause a personality I do prize, incantating its holy name, conjured the first of his many fantasies. You gotta remember, for me was actually bitch baby then, how weird Super Mario RPG really was. Mickey Mouse's reverse Reversona? Sporadically ceasing his track star river dancing all over the X-axis to LARP set shit up with Cotton Candy McGee in a cross-dressing graphics engine? That's like hearing Magneto say, "Don't be scared, you're gonna shout." What? But not stop, cause no series that "hello my baby, hello my honeys" right out of the goddamn womb is gonna have problems making people smile. The vibes that Super Mario RPG incurred upon its namesake genre is one of the most emotionally innovative things it has ever seen, with its emphatic character interactions and bravely carefree delivery of a story everybody else would have told seriously. The entirety of role-playing simulation was shocked by this culture it never knew it could have. Something expressive, something silly, something effortlessly absorbable. Earthbound gets huge points for trying to show everyone, but this game proving to everyone that it can succeed is, I feel, why RPGs are so awesomely varied now. Without this one kooky free thinker lightening everybody up, the genre would probably still be stuck as it was before, oversaturated with Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy wannabes. But Mario made them wanna be something more, prompting Square to stop being squares and turn the wheel they themselves invented into a goddamn hula hoop. Poignantly inspired by a Japanese rhythm toy, Super Mario RPG's pivotal choice to hybridize timed action inputs and turn-based strategy evolved into the addicting mix of choose and wait and kill 'em now that next to all of its beautiful children are famous for. It's not as fun in this primordial form, but it's a special magic in its own right, being able to relish this familiar dopamine alongside the retro RPG quaintness I normally ain't crazy for. Feels poetic. And though the story is not at all the quest to reclaim the 7 stars from the succulently strange Smithy gang, does whip up a fun theme of hope versus progress, with the draconian blacksmith swearing to vanquish impractical wishes upon the stars in order to mass produce weapons to finally do some practical work. Oh, like what, Mr. Arno Head? Fix that underbite? Oh, not to mention Peach and Bowser breaking the status quo for the first time ever, and Gino, and Yoko's music. Yep, the Magic's first cast. Still hits me for big numbers, but with the experience gained from even greater future battles. The rest of the family fight at a level that even group hug spam and both lazy shells can't wheel Grandpa past. I was once the best Mario RPG, by gum! I know, Grandpa. I know. I never stopped believing. Nary a cloud of hopium more huffable than your own bated breath, eh? From the tear-drenched ashes of a dead dream rises the prodigal king. Goddamn, witnessing the unveiling of my most treasured pantheon of gaming's fabled return live on Nintendo Direct. Felt like an apostle of King Arthur seen him wake up and ask, "Wettest all to my throne." Right here'st, motherfuckers! Look, all I'm saying is Great Britain might want to start rounding out them tables. Mario and Luigi Brothership, even its name is glorious, is upon us. And this time, without my red and blue color molecules all scrambled. Cards up here, go watch it. I'll wait. Yeah, like anything with M&L's signature on it would actually dip down into the red. What a loser! Instantly embraced as the bravest, yet most unrealistically overexpected of its family. Brothership proudly departed for frontiers unknown in hopes of planting new roots unlike anything the grand ancestral tree has ever seen. You know, like Eldritch nihilism and taking IGN seriously. Oh, what a world, what a world. Quite. Thankfully, the one that found Capital's M&L had exactly what their revival game ordered. Mario's, surprisingly, first ever true isekai story is such classic JRPG core, where a divine sage overseeing an idealized realm magically summons mighty warriors from a parallel world in a desperate call to vanquish an ultimate evil before it's too late. All within the realm of Concordia plays a game mixing the heavy metals that are Wind Waker's environment, Sonic Unleashed story, and the everything else of Alpha Dream's bichromatic legacy into a comprehensively kick-ass alloy. Thrusting the bros upon this immersively eccentric oddball of a setting literally powered by that which powers them. It's such thoughtful atmosphere and truly emblematic of the ultimate return to form mission these new developers had to have been terrified in taking on. Well, I'm not here to scare them. Beta Dream, done good. Combined with an interesting new world is the truly momentous achievement of fully key art accurate art style in a truly 3D space, and highly frenetic and customizable battle mechanics in the form of attack combos and battle plugs as weapons against the new most evil villain in all Nintendo. Woo! What's not to like about an epic, fantastical war between Hope Punk and Grimdark? I suppose being somehow longer than some real wars and more drawn out than the ones about actual literal drawings is a great place to start. Granted, it pretty much ends there too, accounting for musical subjectivity, of course. But goddamn, can't bring that ancient traditional JRPG aura without also choking down them 17 daily pills. And I ain't proud of this complaint. But facts is facts. We're both waiting and suppressing a gag. As King Clancy put it, oh, barnacles, I hate the pill. Glech! bad pacing, comparatively paltry soundtrack, some frame rate troubles, Luigi using the fucking A button, like the Green Man himself. You tripped, but didn't fall. I dare not say I don't still love you. And given the extra chance you've earned, will one day again land just as perfect. I await proudly. Reading! You can't make me! In the beginning, Paper Mario smartly prioritized amusement over extravagance. But intelligent systems, after achieving max GPA in the fields of gameplay and aesthetics, respect every point of their hallmark IQ to cast all that paper back to its purest, most primordial form, the storybook. As is scribed in all skull, safekeeping Wii nostalgia, Super Paper Mario is the greatest Mario story ever told. But I kind of feel most may have gotten a little lost in its legend. For in this medium of fun runs the show, the most avant-garde of all Mario RPGs shows almost as well as it tells. This pop-up book adaptation of Romeo and Juliet, as written by Kefka literally goddamned Palazzo, is one of the most importantly weird games ever released. I'm talking like Earthbound or Undertale levels of bless you for not being normal. Amalgamating the same criminally rare combo of an RPG soul in a 2D platformer's body seen in Zelda 2 as an affectionately ingenious way of wedding the classic vibes of vintage Super Mario to the nerdgasmic numbers therapy that is role-playing progression. And hey, why not? Have some cool, deadass, never done before or since perspective warping to spice up them puzzles. Flex for me, baby. For the first time ever, both mechanical halves of a Mario RPG signed a prenup, in that the two breathe their own air and spend independently, despite still totes being crazy for each other. Look, I ain't trying to coach your pair bonds. I'm just saying it's a unique choice. And works, especially for those who just can't get into fully traditional turn-based combat. It's hard to remember how uniquely fun Super Paper Mario actually plays. Hey, no blame. I am also, oh shitly distracted by the Death Note Volume 2 in the pastor's hands. What you reading there, champ? Black man, you gotta stop doom scrolling. Yes, the author spared no chill stacking this tree fiber sandwich, an angular Shakespearean tragedy, as instrumented by chaotic rage and transdimensional love that terrified the mystics into willing their final hopes into a hero's prophecy that, thank fuck, the core Mario 4 was there to claim. A full-bore shotgun slug with a theater degree. Indeed, not the bullet point most would shoot when firing off the pros to a Mario game. But hey, leave it to an ambitious team of pros to make fire with nothing but a script's prose. English don't give a fuck, but it's not like the most infamously un-Mario game would keep any of them anyway. Some could argue that it actually gives too many fucks, because, well, it says something when neither the franchise's iconic world nor cast is truly essential to make this captivating story shine, or even function. Something that I enjoy fiercely, but it's fair to say that of the 101% this title gives, 80% is Super, 20% is Paper, and 1% is Mario. Yeah, it's functionally superimposed fanfiction. Do I really care? No, but every bookend craves some thoughtful closing words. Even so, nothing beats I love you. Nothing. For such an ancient and colossal IP, Mario has had a surprising history of keeping the infamously tired trope of time travel well rested. One aimed for the ass, the other aimed for the heart. Somebody missed, and it wasn't me. Alpha Dream's second fears no second, as every and all tremble before each tick and tock of ye mighty clock. Mario and Luigi be taking a damn bubble bath in the time stream, unequaled in its franchise. The humbling bravery of partners in time endowed it the honor of highest concept Mario game ever made. I know babysitting hours ain't the ideal moment to start talking dead serious, but I truly am throttling this at the time still incredibly novel brand of synergistic action RPG with a time travel plot where the bros team up with their infant selves to stave off an anarchic alien empire. Oh, ambition be's magical and sexy, and you's a fucking wizard. Yeah, you two would laugh at that one, huh? This manner of flexing them big-ass Martian tripod-shaped biceps in times where the legendary Mushroom Kingdom was but mere mycelium licensed Mario and Luigi 2 to explore scenarios and perspectives on the franchise's world only it could. Proudly abusing Professor Egad's bonkers technology to temporally enter the eras and lands ravaged by their first ever pure evil, the poison shrooms' true primordial form, and some call me Johnny's worst fucking nightmare.
Oh God, no! Oh God, no!
Oh God, yes, King! Cause overachieving time-traveling RPGs just ain't complete without some fucktastically foobar intergalactic hellspawn hosting a species erasure tournament. Oh, that sounds fun. Wake up, kids! We're going camping. And that really is the perfect sales pitch for Partners in Time. It's like Chrono Trigger if it pulled the trigger on the funky amorphous force making you sit there and take it. This is how I like my little brother mode. Aggressively literal, juggling a still record high count of 4 characters. This war on spoiled produce we fight stuffs a lot into its fundies, functionally cloning our dynamic duo to ship all 4 face buttons to military school. You know, the fun kind. There is no fun kind? There is now. Of all the Mario and Luigi's, Partners in Time is the most mechanically reserved. The gimmick is, there is no gimmick. Not really. The baby bros are entirely additive, simply amplifying the potency of your base abilities rather than bestowing all new ones. But with that said, self-care goes hard, relegating the babies to light support and adults to primary soldiers in battles, while being able to split up both halves on the overworld. There is a ton of divide and conquer puzzles and good old-fashioned how long can you last action. Because with the decidedly unfancy combat and the shrooms being such a fiendishly brutal force, it is the hardest Mario RPG by far in practice, and gleefully butchers thumbsuckers. Shit's fucking fantastic. But on top of the polite anti-climax that is the other games are just more fantastic, Partners in Time has always felt a smidge, unfinished. Not Bubsy 3D unfinished, don't French kiss your bongs, but like, maybe one core area off from being the perfect length. It's definitely the shortest one, and yet, 'tis the little guys having it the hardest who save the day. Well shown, that no matter the size you fill in one's life, always remember to play your role. Evolution being the oversized boss key to everlasting survival doesn't exactly mean a whole lot to games players. Cause, you know, going beyond Monkey only made us want to go back to Monkey eventually. So how about we, I don't know, stay home? At least until I'm convinced. Harumph, said the author. And so empathetic pity seized the day, inspiring the aspiring novelist to hold back. For now. Paper Mario. Really? I would've guessed his was made of brick. But the whole white and flat thing does help sell it. After every one of its progeny took and landed shots at scope and scenarios on high. Remembering little old Paper Mario 64 as this colossus of creativity is a real-life loading zone I somehow always need to walk through. So much for easy reads. Well, actually, that's just it. OGPM is so weird to me because it's not weird at all. I know the word literally gets more inappropriately overused than a GameStop blow-up doll, but the goddamn storybook, precisely like Jason Bourne Aimbot, setting the hyper-traditional narrative chops of the classic platformers to the painstaking art of variable manipulation. A literal Mario RPG. Hell yeah, command prompt. What's crazy is that because every other of its kin is so preposterously pagan with their yarn spinning, Paper Mario 1's lock onto this sickeningly traditional Mario code finally gives it a chance to actually cure. Bowser's rancorous reaching for the stars at last escalates to the brink of invincible, quote-unquote accidentally ass-patting Kirby's copyright lawyer for a license to wield ye limit-slitting lollipop to raise Coopin' hell like never before. Despite my 11-year late exposure, having played both of its sequels first, I was amazed with how effectively the original impressed me, adapting the anatomy of the classic core platformer pentology into an exciting evolution of what Square birthed prior, transcending the legendary setup of 8 worlds of blitzing a colorfully magical turtle armada into 8 chapters of a slow burn cinematic showcase of one-at-a-time warfare. Paper Mario's incredible additions of partner rotation and badges aroused so much flexibility into strategies. There are now so many different paths to victory and defeat in what's the only game in this family without a universal damage negation mechanic. You cannot escape the math. You have to learn it. Thankfully, however you can. To me, it is the perfect retro RPG, one that exposes you to the tense arithmetical vulnerability hard-baked into the genre, while still giving you a healthy dose of the world-renowned accommodation-based play control of the Mario platformers. I think I just found out why this is the most critically glazed entry. Do I agree? No, but I'm unquestionably okay with it. Look, I prefer weird. I prefer brave. I prefer emotionally intense. But you just heard me. I still fuck with tradition when properly iterated upon. The remaining 4 just hit me harder. Think of it as my agnostic ass way of saying, yeah, Jesus is pretty cool, but my mom, sister, best friend, and girlfriend are even cooler.
Act normal.
I more than anyone recognize the artistic appeal of being normal. I'm sorry, I can't even say it with a straight face. So instead have a surprised face, because not since calendar code 2003 has my role-playing game face ever looked anything but. The Mario series up to that point always huffed an air of being bizarrely badass, but it was Superstar Saga, which henceforth enforced that nobody else could compare. Just a bunch of alphas chasing that dream. And turns out their dream was to create a new, most iconic duo, so uncontestable that they wasted no time waiting and named it For You. In one of the absolute greatest show don't tell endeavors of all time, Alpha Dream's zany red and green tinted vision not only finally made both interesting and powerful at the same time, but drastically more so together. I'm not kidding when I say Superstar Saga reinvented Mario and Luigi into true evergreen characters. They, Mario especially, were almost exclusively wave to the camera mascots before this. But now, they're fun-loving, they're protective, they're witty, they're potentially drag queeny and bi-curious? Damn, go Ouija. And with how evidently tight the two are as siblings, it is so much easier to care about any danger they encounter. Even though, let's admit, we all know to never ask a woman her age, a man his salary, or Sephiroth how the fight went. Oh, God! Went fucking great, by the way, cause every fight with the deities of double whammy dumbassery makes my pupils vibrate with sugar zoomies. It's such fucking eye candy. Further innovating the series by curating a massive, non-domestic threat in the shape of Cacletta and some geeky bitch nobody cares about. Comedically hellish natives of the bordering Bean Kingdom. Dead-ass committing casual political abduction in order to awaken their own resident wish-granting celestial body and rule Valhalla and beyond. So, it's a ridiculous relay through this fucktastically funky foreign soil to reach the end of this epic cartoon's excellent first season. And it is a cartoon, bro. You can't be doing the Jackie Chan tango with walking, talking magic beans without laughing your ass off in every single synonym. Oh, woo. What fun! But Superstar Saga's true X factor is its wildly innovative combat. You already had JRPGs, MMORPGs, TTRPGs, WRPGs, but now presenting the WOWRPG. As in, wow, I can dodge? Wow, this shit's fast. Wow, I gotta stop hitting the pipe. No shit, drastically deepening the genre's very bedrock. Time allotted interplay by morphing it into a never-ending reflex and observation exercise, euphorically rewarding the player for mastering action inputs and memorizing enemy telegraphing. It's like going from checkers to chess. Looking back's easy. Going back is death by King Gambit cuddles. I mean, I can do it, and may on some inexplicably frisky Fridays want to, but gotta schedule an appointment. Paradigm shift got hands of fire and thunder. We ought to jump the border more often, bro. And so, we kiss the exosphere goodbye. Only those most cosmic in their quality lay beyond, where admiration, ambition, and mastery over creation becomes so great that it surmounts the very concept of a podium. These last entries are numerically ranked only in service to video structure. All three stand united together as my all-time favorite game, and I refuse to, at least emotionally, grandstand any one over the other. What follows is simply the order in which they were written, and I'm not kidding. These three which remain are, as I deem, the greatest video games ever made. Compromise is but a battle between make and believe, fought in the ways you can, not in those you want. Yet within sleeps a promise for them to one day stand as one. Such is the power of make-believe. And through this Mario and Luigi Dream Team, its essence taken shape, landed a huge leap in spectacle I still cannot believe was actually made. The inexhaustible history of media trying so hard to make Dream Powers a stringless catch-all creation device. It was like a never-ending Bigfoot hoax for me, always with some kind of give or take. Fun, but formless. Creative, but I don't give a shit about anyone. Tense and serious, but allergic to whimsy, etc. Leaving me personally unable to take that aspect of it as seriously as I want. Prophecy, thy name is Alpha Dream. 'Twas painted in lifeblood across my mindscape that they, and only they, could vanquish this curse. Implored to do the very same by those of a brand new mythology. Mario and Luigi each enlist as two halves of a heartfelt superhero story. One, the power, the other, the passion. It brings me to tears how much this game cares about these two characters, about handcrafting a world that's fun and interesting, about rewarding a player's wish for amazement, about the dream we all share. The title, Mario and Luigi, has never felt more important, diving deep down to the core of their omnipotent bond, showing and telling the evil ending magic in a brother's hug, with everything surrounding the Pillow Civilization, Dream World, Z-Keeper, and Antasma. Lore within a Mario game is finally no longer just display sampled within an iceberg. You feel the universe inhaling and exhaling this stuff, and it permanently changed Luigi forever. The mustachioed archangels of the action RPG have officially ascended to gods with this fucking phenomenal battle system, beautifully adapting Luigi as an ethereal force, protecting and strengthening Mario like the very best of comic book escapism. The Dream World reinvigorates the usual tandem tussles by instead having one ridiculously juiced bro take on all comers from all directions. Quad angle hammer bonking, depth sensitive jump patterns, magically mass multiplying millions of illusory clones to conjure living bowling balls, mallets, tornadoes, and a kaiju scale avatar to beat the snot out of titans, deities, and mountains. God, never have I felt more captivatingly powerful in a game. It is the raw, sentimental pinnacle of exactly what these titles promise. Saving the world with your favorite person in the world. No quality is compromised, with the most fun and engaging overworld gameplay of all. Wonderful writing, awe-inspiring music, an incredibly special visual profile, seemingly ceaseless whimsy. Can I cry now? Sure, it's a bit of a time glutton, has a couple unavoidable motion control sequences, and forgot to make the tutorials optional, but is still an eclectic monument to creating with all your heart. My very own genuinely grew from playing Dream Team, absorbing all the insane efforts it exerted to bring such an engaging experience to life. It made me never want to stop trying my best at the things I care about, and subsequently expanded my ability to care. This latent, bountiful sense of zeal I now own, hand-gifted by the greatest the 2010s could have ever shown. Passion is power, and I haven't felt weak since. How could those of finite fragility touch the unbreakable infinity? Perhaps through playful allowance from one's divine, or faithlessly forged by their delusions unfathomed. Could anything being possible exist only in legend after all? Only if you never tell yours. And once upon a time, the strongest ever told was begot to me through the loud valor of a red silence. This is the story of Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door. Even as a precious evergreen guardian of my gaming infancy, it took a fair bit of gravity dual yo-yoing the sun and moon for Mario to seriously lock me into any of his own. Until the day where the king of clean comfort heroically stepped through the dreary, baleful blackness of ye gateway of 10 forsaken centuries to face terrors, thrills, depth, and glory beyond bounds. Whereas Paper Mario 1 and 3, to me, always read as an endearing pop-up book and Shakespearean mood piece respectively, 2 dared to play the endgame of all escapist literature, the high fantasy novel, casting the turtle trouncers supreme to lands languished by a 1,000-year-old cataclysm, hunting down the essence of the heavens in gemstone form in hopes to uncover its terrifying lost truths. Slow to realize the scariest of all, its escalating, impending revival. 1,000-Year Door is one of the most immensely assorted adventures ever put to screen, with each of its content-crammed chapters flaunting scenarios so magnificently unique, uncovering the disappearances of celebrity wrestlers atop a floating tourist trap, saving a decrepit gothic village haunted by a shape-shifting specter, living out a suspense mystery monster thriller aboard a luxury train, being cannonballed to the moon to take down a syndicate of megalomaniacal xenoterrorists. There's so much wild, badass, engaging shit going on. Yet as I cradle this book's spine, it's hardcover, cause holy rated E for everybody getting the noose. Everything goes hard in Rogueport, especially their fights, monstrously augmenting PM64's partner rotation by making those in your party so much more complex and powerful, with their own dedicated health bars, souped up attacks, and the option to permanently hold the front and use items. They're no longer exclusively backup, now full force warriors with game-saving agency, and with badges being just as, even slightly more amazing for strategy customization. The fact that 1,000-Year Door damn near quadruples the level cap, and Super Guard, and significantly better special moves. Stop, bro. This is a first edition. Any more peek, I'm gonna fucking explode all over it. You see plain as day how this brings me to a bow. So then, why do I cry? Because I was never the same after playing it. Yes, I know, it's just a game, but it's one with tone, prose, pace, and purpose, so immersively devoted to a world literally built atop underlying darkness. It drove me to become what I am now, a storyteller. This wonderful triumph in gaming's sweeping lengths to make the humble Mario universe feel so gigantic, so detailed, so significant, so magical, enthralled me so that I now never want to see or feel anything less. To always find or create ways to keep everything around me special, vast, and important. Even if it makes me look stupid. Even if I'm wrong. Even if I ultimately can't. I have to try. Stories forge infinity, and that's the exact length of time I plan to keep this book checked out. Ain't no place like home. Some days, you gotta stop to wonder the one and true reason why any of us were dumped onto this cosmological bead of sweat. Stop and look up from my Nintendo DS? Nah, no, we don't do that here. The answer is fun, genius. The 2 words to win it all. I am a single shitty joke away from legally changing my name to the Human Banana, because I've been ceremoniously bowing, curling into a big ass C for the same goddamn reason for so long. Donkey Kong sounds like Dahmer Kong to me now. Oh, the sweet, sweet quest for rare joy such as this. It never ends. And I have Mario and Luigi, Bowser's inside story, to thank for putting me on it. How perfect was it that the jaw-dropping journey to the center of Bowser is where the best second-party developer in all the 21st century mastered the anatomy of electronic amusement. This bonkers batshit banger game stakes all of its aura on being the wackest motherfucker on earth. So professionally, so charismatically, so intensely that you can't look away. It's so goddamn cool that what used to be normal now feels weird. 'Tis the grand manipulative work of the bonkers batshhitter himself, Fawful, returning to ravage the mushroom world with such record-breaking magnitude. It forces the star heroes to fight alongside the star villain to manually invoke supernova upon the darkest of them all. It is unbelievable how much unrelenting, omnipotent novelty this adventure offers. A long-term, if indirect, Mario and Bowser team up. A breakout fan favorite rising to Overlord to successfully conquer the entire kingdom, evolving super obscure entities like the Zdars into a cosmic terror, the Koopa Troop committing treason upon their king, a fully playable Bowser. Nobody has ever played so fearlessly inventive with Mario's lore, gameplay devices, and character dynamics all at once like this. Even the ones who almost do, aka everything else on this list, they don't keep it up the whole time. Everything about Bowser's inside story is exciting, charming, and rewarding. And while admittedly not as emotionally inspiring to me as Dream Team or Thousand Year Door, its base fundamentals as a video game are so absurdly strong. It walks away by far the most mechanically enthralling of all. Being inside of Bowser is exactly as fun as I always imagined. Being shrunken down to act as fiction's most powerful white blood cells and systematically wielding the badass bastard as your own personal service kaiju, keeping even something as simple as overworld traversal constantly interesting through a massive variety of physiology-themed mini-games, and the battles ridiculously engaging with Bowser's soldiers, punches, and fire in both normal and gargantuan form. The divide and conquer environmental puzzles granted by Bowser's new born vacuum illness. And you still have the bros and all their whack-ass special attacks. May mojito sipping God have mercy on your dopamine. Yeah? Well, I ain't asking for it, pal. Y'all, it's not like I didn't know how to have fun before this game, but this was when I truly realized how important doing so was, and that there can always be new ways to achieve it. This is being, well, you know. Always remember, passion is power, stories forge infinity, and fun rules all. And now, give it up for the high-tier patrons. Krusty Krabby, Pokemaster 2255, Sonic Gaming Kirby Fan 2005 V4, The Lost Soul 190, Super Breddy's YouTube Thingy, Zing 9268, Alfredo Jones, Anthony M. the Gamer Artist, Azazel the Undying, Bombersby, Bosnian Dave, Brandon McDaniel, Brandon Nance, Buzzsaw the Righteous, Chibi Emiko, Cortamanch 437, Cyan Drago 456, Daniel Nance, Dark Lord Bloody Soul, Demo Webster 22, Diamond Ice, Eddie Toxpin, Egbert Milton, Elliot Wilkerson, Emerald 192, Emily Infinite, Fiery Yoshi 1337, Firefly 58, Flare Rose, Fog Weaver, Hallie Vetica, Hero for Life, Hydra the Hydra, I'm Jake the Snake Arenstom, Jason Octier, Jobot 011, Jordan McCon, Kennethon, Kirby 484, Kyle Wee 21, Lady Archimedes, Local Forest Cryptid, Love, Luke Ariotrix, Masao, Mono Herobrine, Morgan Arvite, Night Shadow Lucario, Not Temesis, Nova Strife, Panther J, Patrick Sandlin, Peter Shepard, Pitterpalm CB, Pokemon Fan 613, Rave Lord, Ren, Renaku, Lord of Shadow, Roberto del Fuego, Shade, Shining Silvally 777, Shugo, Sobata 92, Splat Stick, Soundwave Fan, Steel Joe 1120, Stephen Geller, The Gag Reflex, The Pumpkin Usurper, The Therapy Monster, TJ Stanley, Tubazo 1989, Vicmeister 1999, Zay Zandler, Z-Man 777813, Fencer Del Rio, Mitchell Roberts, Crunchy Boy, Luigi the Waddle Dee. May we meet again.